I don't know what you're talking about. I have no idea what you're talking about. I feel like you have experiences with friends of ours that I don't get to be a privy to.
You know exactly what I'm talking about.
I know what you're talking about.
No, you don't want to know.
I don't want to know. Yeah, I don't want to know.
You don't want to acknowledge that I know what I'm talking about.
Okay. First off, I want to say this right now. That's insulting. Okay? I'm insulted. Second off, you hang out with our friends more than I hang out with our friends for some reason.
What are you talking about?
All the time. You guys do things all the time together. Yeah.
You're there too.
Case in point, this story doesn't even make sense.
Yes, it does.
What place was this? DumbFans. DumbFans, you got Heartfree Arrow, just having a conversation. We've known each other for a long time. We have friends in common circles. To which they all seem to hang out, and I don't get to be a part of it.
You're there.
I'm there. I'm there in spirit. Yeah, I'm there in spirit. Yeah, absolutely. You just have a photo of me somewhere in the background, so you don't have to tell me to invite me out to the thing. Am I that embarrassing?
You're there.
Yeah,
I know what you're talking about.
Why don't I know the bill you're talking about then?
Because you don't want to remember.
Yeah, I don't want to remember. Yeah, that makes sense. Anywho, sports talk. We're going to do some more sports stuff. A lot of news. The best time of the year, I just feel like, is when you're getting close to the season starting, and then you get some big name news, because this is like a lot later into the dog days that you begin like these kinds of like big names getting signings. I don't know if it's on purpose or not.
Yeah. It was kind of slowed down, and then there was just rumors going around, but nothing was happening until this past week.
Yeah. So let's touch on then some of the old dogs here. Both NBA and NHL news. We got LeBron James chooses Philly, and then you have him for a 2-year, $8 million total money, $4 million per year. And then you have Patrick Kane, similar deal, but it's in Chicago.
I like the Kane deal with Chicago. I'm not a big fan of LeBron going to the Sixers. I was hoping that he would go back to Cleveland, where he got drafted, play out his career there, but he picks the Sixers, wants to win another championship, and go 4 championships with 4 different teams.
Yeah, well, I mean, I think the whole question becomes of the ring chasing again, but I don't see that to be the case. First off, he's won a ring everywhere he's played.
And that's the reason why I think he's going to another team, like a different team that he's never played with.
Well, I think the question, I've had this actually debate with a few people already, I think the idea that LeBron goes to teams that are already set to make championship runs, for instance, right? I think that was really the only case with Miami. I don't think that was the case with any other team he played for. I think he dragged those teams into championship situations, and he was able to get the ring out of those situations because he's that good. But besides Miami, I don't think I think he elevated that Cleveland Cavaliers team. I think he elevated that Lakers team in a bubble year.
I'll give you the Cleveland one. He really elevated that team. I think that was his best run as a player, like individual, like carrying a team. I with Cleveland. With Miami, yeah, that was just a whole drama-filled decision day with Bosch and Wade. That was a little much, and that was just a super team. LA bubble year, yes, he elevated them, but why not go back? Go back to your team that drafted you. They were in the mix. They would have signed him. Go back, finish out your career, and see if you could do it again. Run it back with your hometown.
Yeah,
that's what Kane's doing.
Sure, I mean, I could see that. I mean, I feel like I think it's a little different because LeBron is from Akron, Ohio, where he could go and finish his career. I think it's a 2-year deal, and I think, depending on how this season goes with Philly, maybe there's a window there where he gets traded to finish off as a Cavalier. But, you look at this roster, you got Embiid. Jaylen Brown, first off, is a star.
Yeah, he's a star. Embiid's a star.
Edgecombe, I like Edgecombe's game a lot. So he's going to a system that already looks established to be a contending team right now. That was a lopsided trade for Brown to go to Philly. So I thought that elevated Philly immediately.
Yeah.
So, in my mind, you're adding a LeBron James who's 41, 42. He's not the go-to guy. He could have the maintenance day. He could come off the bench. He could be the guy who comes and like mentors this team and add the depth scoring. Depth scoring, by the way, being double doubles because he's still that good. Like he's still
yeah, he'll still put up double doubles, but
very elite for the age of 42. That's crazy.
yeah, he is. He is.
Yeah.
I mean,
make sure if it's like to subscribe, guys. If you have any thoughts on this here, but yeah, your
and that's why he's considered one of the best. Like that's it's LeBron, but going to a team that's already established like that, it goes back to like the whole like sticking with one team. That's why I got more respect for like someone like Steph Curry in this modern day, staying with one team, winning 4 championships, than LeBron going from team to team to team, winning 4 championships.
That's a really interesting point. I've said this before. I think LeBron is the best active general manager player in the game because he was able to manipulate the league now to a point where it's a different game. So stars can move, the flexibility of players to be able to jump into different teams and rosters and create like quote unquote super teams. I think that the most legitimate super team was the Golden State Warriors, right? Steph won without Durant, and then they won again, I think 2 more with Durant, right?
Yeah.
So that was the quote unquote super team. LeBron beat them, but he didn't beat them with Durant, right? Like that was the thing about it. That was the Cleveland Cavaliers when he ran it back and went back to Cleveland. But even before that, he had an 8-year dominance in the East where they were constantly advancing in the playoffs, right? So in my mind, I don't think there's been an equivalent to, and even honestly, I don't even think the Miami Heat team that he had constructed to go to would have contended against that Golden State Warriors team.
But
Chris
again,
Bosh sucks, bro.
Yeah.
Bosh sucks.
Bosh is good in Toronto. I think his best days were in Toronto, and then maybe like a year into Miami. Then
like Elias Pettersson being the best player of the Abbotsford Canucks.
He's gonna have a bounce back year, but that's for a different
that's a different story. Yeah.
But yeah, Bosh. But that was the big that was the trio.
That was the
like
big deal. Yeah.
That was the big deal. The trio going to Miami, and I mean it was Dwayne Wade's team. Because he was always, I think it's still Dwayne Wade's team, as he was always there from the beginning. But that set aside, that said, LeBron going to the Sixers, I think like obviously elevates them. And now the East is going to be very, very competitive because you got a lot of great teams in the East.
Yeah. So, I mean, whenever they decide to approve the deal that gets Kawhi over Toronto, I think that's
if they
do, I think that's going to be the best two-way basketball team in both the East and the West. You still got the Knicks. The Knicks are going to be good.
It's going to be good with Giannis.
So, I mean, LeBron's not really going to a situation where it's going to be the same Eastern Conference he ate up all those years ago. But he's going to be going to a very great Philly 76ers team that's going to be that was already good with Jaylen Brown.
Yeah.
Jaylen Brown's a star on that team. I don't care what anybody says. Jaylen Brown is a champion. He's won with Boston. And the fact that they couldn't get the money sorted out to make him the franchise star in Boston is the reason he's in Philadelphia to begin with. Ask any Celtics fan if they're happy about that. I'm sure they are. Celtics fan, let us know how you feel about this. Because now he gets to join forces with LeBron James on a court that is already foundationally set. Yeah. This, to me, is a team that could win without LeBron. But now that you have LeBron, I don't see how you're not one of 3 favorites in the East.
Yeah, you're right.
You know.
So when does Bronny come over?
So the news just breaking now. Well, what does the Lakers do now?
Yeah, well, what do they do with them?
Because you didn't lose LeBron in a trade.
Yeah.
He just left. There's no assets.
Well, that's still a good team, but I don't think Bronny fits in that team. Like LeBron was the reason why Bronny was playing.
Whoa, he hasn't fit because of skin color, because they're all white, huh?
Whoa.
I'm just saying.
I'm saying his play on the court.
That's what I was saying too.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying too. That's a running joke though. It's kind of funny because I look at Chicago and LA. Oddly enough, it's a lot of like Caucasians playing on the court.
Yeah.
It's like They're making a comeback. It's amazing. So let us know your thoughts on that. Let us know. So we got Patrick Kane, speaking of Chicago, returning to the Chicago Blackhawks.
Great signing for Chicago.
Well, we were talking about this last week where I was not convinced that Chicago is a playoff team. I'm still not convinced. This doesn't help them become a playoff team.
This helps them become a better team.
Yeah, in the sense that you're
Closer to the playoffs. Maybe not a playoff team. They could still make some more moves.
Yeah, they could. It's a tough Western Conference. So, in my opinion, if you're going to bring in Patrick Kane, he's a mentor. I don't see how he's not.
Yeah.
If this was a contending team, he is definitely going to add to your scoring. But with the nuts and bolts already in place, you got Bedard locked up to a new contract. They're going to play some entertaining hockey for sure, Chicago.
Yeah, I think this is great signing for Chicago, for Bedard. He's just going to change that the culture in that room. Like he's going to bring back that the culture of like Taves or that era. And I saw a story of him coming into practice already. He's already training. So watch out for Kane. He comes in and these young guys, they do what's that trend the young guys are doing?
6'7"?
The 6'7".
Yeah.
And he's like, I felt like retiring at that moment. he's like, no, this is it. I'm done.
Yeah.
But he's gonna bring that veteran presence. He's gonna have Bedard under his wing. Bedard's gonna be better for this. Chicago is gonna be better for this. I think they make one or two more moves, they could become a playoff team, a wild card team for sure.
Yeah, I mean, one of the low-key sign that they also picked up was Andrew Mangiapane, who I thought would be really I think a fresh start for a guy like that, who I think is at least a 20-goal scorer in this league. So they're going to get some depth scoring out of him. Look, you got Nick Lardis, you got Teravainen, you got Nazar. There's pieces here that you can definitely rally
Back
around.
end is good with Byram.
Back end. Have you seen the defense core for the Chicago Blackhawks? So Bowen Byram. Okay, by the way, I made a trade for him on NHL too.
Yeah, of course he did.
Hold on a second.
After bashing him for the last couple of weeks.
Hold on a second. He was up for a contract. Buffalo would have signed him.
What would you sign him for? 12 and a half?
I did a trade and sign. That's what I did.
Trade and sign.
Yeah, he was free agent. This is NHL 26. I did a trade and sign. I got him $8 million max deal. Okay. Per year. That's a reasonable amount for a guy who hasn't proven anything. So you got Bowen Byram, Ian Cole. He's a stud. Ethan DeMaestro, Wyatt Kaiser, Kevin Korchinski. Stop even heard of any of these guys.
Yeah, Korchinski's supposed to be good. He's a young guy. He's supposed to be really good.
Yeah. Renzel, Alex Vlasic. Hey, there you go. 6'6".
Yeah, there you go.
So there's something there, right? But I like Spencer Knight in net. I think he's establishing himself. There's pieces here for this team to be a competitive team in the league. There's a difference, though, between being competitive in the regular season and being a contender in the playoffs.
I think they surprise teams, and if they do maybe one more move, they're going to push for a wild card.
Yeah.
As a healthy Bedard, that's very important.
Key.
And that's key. And I think Bedard's going to go to a different level this year. Bedard's going to have a year.
Well, speaking of guys from Vancouver who are making waves in the league, another recent signing today, we can safely announce that Celebrini has signed max deal.
18 and a half?
18 and a half. So 5-year deal, $18.8 million per season, $94 million total money.
Wow.
Worth it.
He deserves it. He deserves it.
Yeah, I don't. Well, we were having this conversation. We said, stars, whatever you get them signed up for is a discount. This guy has transformed the entire organization.
So if Leo Carlson's whole thing didn't happen with Philly, and Celebrini still signs for 18.8, are we looking at this deal differently? Like, okay, is this too much for Macklin? Is it still a good deal? Does he need one more season to prove this? My opinion, he deserves it. And even if this Leo Carlson bar wasn't set, I still think this is great for San Jose, because the contract's going to look better and better 2, 3, 4 years down the road.
Well, you know, the lovely thing about that is I don't have to deal in hypotheticals because Leo Carlson did sign that contract and then Celebrini signs his deal after. You know,
Well, now it looks obviously good because Leo Carlson, that deal looks terrible for Anaheim.
we don't know. We don't know if it's terrible, right?
Well, we know it's terrible at this point because he hasn't proved anything.
Well, has Celebrini proved anything?
You don't think Celebrini's proved anything?
Well, Anaheim made it to the playoffs.
Well, San Jose.
Anaheim made it to the playoffs.
Celebrini's.
Anaheim made it to the playoffs.
Was it Carlson that brought him to the playoffs? It was a team effort.
Oh.
Celebrini's the man. In San Jose, there's no questions. Celebrini's on that first power play unit. He's getting the puck. He's scoring the goals. He's making everybody around him better.
Everything you just said, you could say the same thing about Leo Carlson.
He was on the third line.
Gauthier was on the third line, absolutely playing left wing
So
or
was
center.
Carlson.
And then came out of nowhere. He revamped the entire Anaheim roster.
What did Carlson end up with points?
Let's look it up.
60
I'll get
points?
the bottom of this chart.
60 points, 70 points?
Okay, so Leo Carlson, well, I think of the 60-point mark there. I think you're right. Let's take a look at the, while I'm doing this, the point I'm trying to make in terms of where we are in terms of contracts is the same argument you're making with Celebrini is now what you can say with Leo Carlson, and considering maybe a little bit older for certain. So let's take a look here. 25, this was the playoff run. I want to see, while I'm doing this.
So my whole point in this is Carlson is
67 points.
67 points.
29 goals, 38 assists, plus 4.
Okay, and you think 18 million is deserved for him?
Do I think it's deserved? No, I don't. But that's the contract that he signed, right?
So the bar's set there. So now going back at this, Macklin Celebrini had a 100-point season. His contract looks unreal compared to Carlson's. He's already proven that he can get to the 100-point mark. Carlson hasn't. Carlson hasn't showed anything that, okay, this guy's going to be a superstar.
This is a team that
There's flashes. Don't get me wrong. He's got a big upside, but he hasn't done it yet. He hasn't proved it yet.
They have made the playoffs. This is a guy who played on the third line. You're going to tell me if he plays on the top line, he can't get you, spot you 100?
We don't know.
Well, I'll tell you this.
We don't know.
I'll tell you this. They built this whole foundational offense centered around a guy that they were willing to spend $18 million a season for because they answered the question was that he could absolutely do the same thing. So if I'm looking at San Jose, at Celebrini, I'm probably saying this is a better discount for us because we're getting a bona fide tier 1 player, but the answer for a tier 1 player will be shortly answered either this coming season or the season after that. You don't have to be smart the entire contract. You just have to be smart 1 or 2 years of the contract. If Leo Carlson goes off and puts up 100 points one time, then they'll go and say, well, this was justifiable for us. We had a 100-point player. Just so much, ipso facto, to your guy who put up 2 100-point seasons here in Vancouver. And you said to me that 11.7 is a discount for a guy because he's a star.
Looks like a great deal. That was going to be my next point. 11.6 for Pettersson, a 100-point guy. That's a beautiful contract.
Yeah.
Well, even if you put him on the second line, your top guys are now, they're going to be averaging 18 million. Hughes, you're saying he was going to take a discount. I bet you anything he's signing a max. Remember we talked about this? You said
I'll eat crow. I'll tell you what, 11.7 for a third liner, a glorified
second liner.
Canucks fan, get at me. Okay? He's a glorified third line center.
Right now,
lucky to put him 100
Leo
points.
Carlson's a third liner. He's making 18 million.
Been more impactful on his team than Pettersson's been the past.
Are you kidding me?
Did they win the playoffs? Did they not win the playoffs?
He's a 100-point guy.
Did they not win the playoffs? Let us know your thoughts here, guys. You can send us any comments, voice notes, whatever. Tell us how you're feeling. And then tell us what you think. Hey, who would you rather take? Hey, Leo Carlson or Elias Pettersson?
Oh, yeah, okay.
Which tweet do you want? I'm asking the fans. I'm asking the fans. You guys let us know what your thoughts are. Thank you for joining us, jumping in and watching us with us, guys. You got Harp here, you got Amro, DumbFans. We'll see you on the next one.